Hello students, myself Rajesh Kumar Sharma. I am going to discuss chapter life processes. This is for class 10th students. What is life processes? Life processes are those processes which are performed by living organism, and these processes are essential for life. These activities or processes are called as life processes. Let us see here life processes. The living organism perform various processes or activities which are essential for the maintenance of life. These processes or activities are called as life processes. Life processes include such an activities like movement, nutrition, respiration, excretion, transportation, growth, repair, responsiveness, reproduction, control, and coordination. Of these, only 4 are in your syllabus. Let us discuss few of them, which are as follows. First one, nutrition. Nutrition in animal and plant. Respiration. Respiration in animal and plant. Transportation. Transportation in animal and plant. Excretion. Excretion in animal and plant. Here I am advised you to listen my lecture carefully along with whatever I am providing written things to you. Okay, because all the things which are related to your topic and specific for your subject are not mentioned in a single book. Let us discuss nutrition in detail. Nutrition, what is nutrition? Nutrition, what is nutrition? Nutrition is a process by which living organism obtain their energy from food or synthesize from food which they take, and it is utilized for growth, repair, maintenance, and reproduction. See, what is nutrition? Nutrition is a process by which organism or living organism obtain their energy for their growth, repair, maintenance, and reproduction. and this energy is obtained by food which animal or plant take through various modes. And what is food? Food basically consists of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, water, roughage. These are components of food. Let us see here what is food. Food is a source of all organic and inorganic elements found in living organism, and these food items contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron and chlorine, etc. These elements occur in food in the form of organic and inorganic compounds. These are called nutrients. Then what does it mean? What are nutrients? You can define it. Nutrients are any substance by which we can get energy for growth, development, repair, maintenance and reproduction. Nutrients can be defined as chemical substance present in food which an organism obtains from surrounding and uses them as a source of energy or for the biosynthesis of body constituents like enzyme, nucleic acid or fat. So nutrition is needed for growth, means body's height, girth and other organs. Repair, there are some damages during life, the repair is or healing is must. Reproduction, to maintain their identity for further generation. Importance of food. Food is essentially required by all living organisms for following functions. Food as a source of energy. Food components on oxidation release energy which is used for completing various life processes. Heat produced during oxidation of food helps in maintenance or maintaining body temperature. Formative function of food. Nutrients are used in synthesizing new protoplasm, replacing worn out component of cell and in increasing the number of cell or size of cells. Means this is a repair process. Regulative functions of food. Enzyme, vitamins and hormones control various metabolic reactions and activities, help in maintaining good health and provide resistance against various diseases. This is regulative function of food. Now nutrition. Nutrition broadly divided into two parts, or it is of two types. That is mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition divided into two parts: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. What is autotrophic nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition is a type of nutrition in which organisms make their own food. All the green plants mainly they synthesize their own food with the help of sunlight and a pigment present in plants, that is chlorophyll, with the help of carbon dioxide and H2O, that is water. Autotrophic nutrition is of two types: photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. Heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition is a type of nutrition in which organism cannot directly make their own food from sunlight. Means they are dependent for their nutrition directly or indirectly on the plants. Because of this reason they are considered as heterotrophic nutrition. So except green plants, all the organisms are included in heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition is further divided into three types: saprotrophic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and holozoic nutrition. Let us discuss autotrophic nutrition in detail. Autotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, organisms manufacture their food from simple inorganic compounds. All green plants and some bacteria and a few protists like Euglena have autotrophic mode of nutrition. They are called autotrophs. As I told earlier, mainly the green plants, along with some bacteria like chlorophyll bacteria and Euglena, that is a protozoan, they have autotrophic mode of nutrition, and they are autotrophs because they can make their own food from sunlight. Depending upon the source of energy used in preparation of food, autotrophic nutrition is of two types. What are they? Photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process in which green plants make their own food with the help of sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and H2O. Let us see here. Photosynthetic nutrition. Green plants, some bacteria, that is chlorophyll bacteria, and some protists, Euglena, Volvox, Here Volvox mentioned that Volvox is a algae and it is wrong here. Utilize solar energy and synthesize simple sugar like glucose from carbon dioxide and water with the help of chlorophyll. Since solar energy is used in this process, it is called as photosynthesis, and these organisms are called photosynthetic or photoautotrophs. Photosynthesis occur in chloroplast because their green pigment chlorophyll have the ability to trap the solar energy directly from the sun. No other organism have this ability to absorb the solar energy directly, except few mentioned here: green plants, Euglena, and some chlorophyll bacteria. Chemosynthetic nutrition. Some non-green autotrophs like iron and sulfur bacteria make use of chemical energy released during oxidation of simple inorganic compounds to prepare organic food. They are called as chemotrophs or chemoautotrophs, and the process is called chemosynthesis. Since autotrophs produce their own food, they are called as producers of the ecosystem. They harness solar energy or chemical energy from nature and store it as a chemical energy in food. They are source of energy to all heterotrophs in the form of food. Heterotrophic nutrition. Except green plants, some chlorophyll bacteria, Euglena, all the other organisms, including human beings, are included in heterotrophic organism because they are dependent on green plants either directly or indirectly to obtain their energy. All animals, most protists and bacteria cannot manufacture their food like autotrophs. They obtain ready-made food from plant or animal, dead or alive. They are called as heterotrophs, and their mode of obtaining food is called as heterotrophic nutrition. The difference between autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. Here is a table. You can see the difference. Characteristic occurrence. It occurs in green plants, autotrophic nutrition, and heterotrophic, it occurs in animal and in non-green plants. Food source. In autotrophic nutrition, self-manufactured. Ready-made food is obtained from plant and animals. Third one, source of energy. In case of autotrophic nutrition, sun are simple organic compounds of nitrogen or sulfur. Here heterotrophic organisms directly or indirectly obtain energy from autotrophs. Presence of chlorophyll essential for photosynthesis, and in chlorophyll is not required or absent in case of heterotrophic nutrition. Inorganic substances. In autotrophic nutrition, CO2 and H2O are used as raw material. Inorganic substances not required. Ingestion and digestion. This is absent in autotrophic nutrition. Ingestion, digestion, absorption are essential steps in heterotrophic nutrition. Position in food chain. As I told you, autotrophs are autotrophic mode of nutrition which is found in green plants, and they are able to trap directly solar energy. Because of this reason, they are considered as producers. And heterotrophic or heterotrophs are consumers. Type of heterotrophic nutrition. As we have discussed, it is of three types. Mode of heterotrophic nutrition depends on type of available food and the way it is obtained. It can be saprophytic, parasitic and holozoic. Let us discuss the difference between saprophytic, parasitic and holozoic mode of nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition is nutrition in which organisms obtain their food from dead and decaying organisms. While in case of parasitic mode of nutrition, the organism obtain their food from living beings or living organism. And in case of holozoic nutrition, the organism take their food in solid form like whole animal or whole plant. And this mode of nutrition is called as holozoic mode of nutrition. Let us see here. Saprophytic or saprotrophic nutrition. Saprophytic organisms feed on dead and decomposing organisms and decaying organic matter such as wood, leather, rotten leaves, stored food. They are called saprophytes, and the mode of nutrition is called as saprophytic mode of nutrition. Saprophytes release hydrolyzing enzyme on the substrate. These enzymes break down complex food molecules into simpler one. These are then absorbed by saprophytes. This is also called as external digestion, that is digestion outside the body. Example of saprophytes are fungi. As you know, fungi are the plants which don't have chlorophyll in them. Because of this reason, they are unable to trap solar energy, and because of this reason, they are included in heterotrophic organism. Fungi like mushroom, mold, yeast, agaricus, Markella, and many bacteria. Some figures are here. Here you can see saprophytic mode of nutrition: A. bread mold, B. an agaricus, C. an morchella. Next one, parasitic mode of nutrition. In parasitic mode of nutrition, an organism lives on or inside another living organism and derive its food from the organism. Means in parasitic mode of nutrition, the organism can live inside the body or on the body. Means endoparasite as well as ectoparasite. Those organisms which are found on or outside the body and obtain their nutrition from the living organism, they are included in ectoparasite. And those organisms which found inside the living organism and obtain their nutrition, they are called as endoparasite. Ectoparasite example like lice which are found in hairs, and endoparasite like ascaris which are found inside our body in intestine. Let us see here. In parasitic nutrition, an organism lives on or inside another living organism and derives its food. The organism that derives food from the other living organism is called as parasite, and the organism from whom food is derived is called host. Means that organism which obtain energy from other living organism, they are parasite, and from whom the parasite obtain their nutrition is called host. The host can be a plant or an animal. The parasite that causes disease in host is called pathogen. Those parasites which cause disease in a host, that is called as pathogen. Parasites can be of two types: ectoparasite and endoparasites. Ectoparasites are external parasites. They either live on host body or attach temporarily to suck the blood, like leech, bedbug, louse, mosquito, etc. are ectoparasites. Endoparasites are internal parasites, that is, they live inside the host body and derive their food from them. Viruses, many bacteria, some protozoans, roundworms, hookworm, etc. are animal parasites. Many fungi and Cuscuta, a flowering plant, are plant parasites. Cuscuta, the Hindi name of this plant is Amar Bel. Maybe you heard Amar Bel. That is a flowering plant and it is a parasite. The figure you can see. This is a virus. This is bacteria. First one, tobacco mosaic virus. Second one, bacterial cell. Third, Cuscuta. The difference between saprophytic mode of nutrition and parasitic mode of nutrition. Here is a table, you can see Food sources: ingestion, digestion and absorption. Importance in nature. In case of saprophytic nutrition, dead and decaying bodies of plant and animal and their remains, means food resource in case of saprophytic nutrition, that is dead and decaying bodies of plant and animal and their remains. And in case of parasitic nutrition, food is derived from host tissue. Host tissue means in case of parasitic mode of nutrition, the host should be living one. This is the difference between saprophyte and parasite. Parasites obtain their food from living host. Food is derived from host tissue or host food. Ingestion. In case of saprophyte, because they are dead, no ingestion. Parasitic nutrition. Obtain pre-digested or partially digested food from the host. Digestion and absorption. In case of saprophytes, this is external. Digestive enzymes are released on the food and digested food is absorbed. And in case of parasitic nutrition, food is absorbed through body surface or sucked or digested inside. Importance in nature. Organism having saprophytic nutrition act as scavenger. Scavenger means cleaning agents. Help in recycling of biochemicals, means different type of waste materials which throw outside as a waste material. These saprophytic organism break down into simple one and release to the environment. They are very important organism. Mainly fungus, some bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes, protozoans, some algae help in scavenging our environment. Organism having parasitic nutrition causes disease in healthy plant and animals. Next one, holozoic nutrition. Let us see what is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means feeding on solid food. The food may be whole plant or whole animal or its part. The food is taken in through an opening called mouth. This is called eating or ingestion. The food is hydrolyzed into simpler and soluble forms. This is called digestion. Means in case of digestion, the complex food substances are break down into simpler one with the help of many enzymes. The digested food is absorbed into the body. The undigested matter is removed from the body. This is termed as egestion or excretion. Depending upon the food habit, the holozoic animals are classified as follows. Let us see. Herbivore. Herbivore means those animals or those organisms which only feed on plants. Herbivore or herbivorous animals. These animals feed only on plants or plant materials. Next one. Examples are horse, deer, goat, rabbit, cow, buffalo, etc. Next, carnivore are carnivorous animals. These are animals feed on flesh of other animals. Example: lion, tiger, leopard, wolf, fox, dog, etc. Omnivorous are omnivorous animals. These are those animals which feed on plant as well as flesh of other animals. These animals feed on both plant as well as animal matter. Example: pig, man, bear. Carrion feeders. These animals feed on dead animals and are called scavengers. Examples of scavenger like kite, vulture, crow, hyens, etc. Cow, herbivore, lion, carnivore, crow, omnivore and scavenger, vulture, carrion feeder. See the table, difference between herbivore and carnivore animals. Food: feed on plants. Herbivore animals feed on plant or parts of plant, stem, root, leaf, flower, fruit and seed. Carnivorous: they feed on other animals. Predation: not involved. Predation is involved. Predation means catching their food. Level and food chain example: primary consumer, because herbivore animals feed on plants. Because of this reason, they are considered as primary consumers like cow, buffalo, deer, horse, rabbit, pigeon, camel. And they are secondary or tertiary consumers: lion, tiger, leopard, dog, cat. Next one, that is mixotropic nutrition. What is mixotropic nutrition? It is a double mode of nutrition. It combines autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. Means in this case the animal can make their own food or they can obtain their food from other ones. This type of nutrition is called as mixotropic nutrition. Found in some protists like Euglena. Euglena, though it is included in animal kingdom in Protozoa, but it is a link between animal and plant because of presence of chlorophyll in Euglena. It can make its own food, but it can obtain its food from other organisms too. Because of this reason, its mode of nutrition can be termed as mixotropic nutrition. Euglena is a photoautotroph but feeds on decaying organism matter when needed. Okay, this is nutrition. Next we will deal nutrition in plant. In next video. Okay.